and welcome to Suzanne at Home. And if this is your first time here, well, hi, I'm Suzanne. I'm a chef, restaurateur, serial entrepreneur, author, baker, in other words, just a really busy person. So it's vital for me to get a head start in the morning. Now, luckily I absolutely love the mornings and I always have. They're just the time when I feel the most productive and energized, so I like to take total advantage of them. Here are some things that I do on a typical morning to make sure I have a productive day. So I wake up around the same time every morning, but my days are always a little bit different. So rule of thumb is I try to wake up about 3 hours before I have to leave the house. I've heard a lot of people talk about morning routines and how it's really important to wake up slowly and try to meditate, yada, yada, yada. But that just simply doesn't work for me. I'm someone who likes to hit the ground running as soon as I wake up. So that first hour, hour and a half, when the house is quiet, everyone's still asleep, is generally the time I get my best work done. I start off with coffee. French press is my go-to. I do try to limit caffeine intake, so I've started making a half and half decaf, half caffeinated. But shh, don't tell Ryan. I also consume very little dairy, so I'll add in either house-made oat milk or some hemp milk, or usually I'll just drink it black. Then it's straight to my desk where I write out a to-do list, prioritizing the most important tasks first and knocking those out. I do my best to avoid all distractions during this time, so refraining from checking social media or looking at my cell phone. This is me time. I find if I follow this script, I'm normally very, very productive. Around 7:30ish or an hour and a half into my work, this is just where my mind needs a break. I'm a creative type, so staring at a computer screen all day is very challenging for me. This is the time where I try to commit at least 15 minutes to movement. I find that if I set too high of a workout goal, it becomes overwhelming, so committing to just that 15 minutes is super achievable and normally turns into a full workout once I'm out and about. This really just depends on how hungry I am. So, breakfast. Something I am implementing religiously. I used to skip breakfast all the time, but have found that a good breakfast is so important for focus and energy throughout the day. A favorite breakfast of mine at the moment is chia pudding made from house-made milk, chia seeds, and vanilla mixed in and then refrigerated overnight. Then I'll usually top it with granola. I always make a batch, usually once or twice a week, sliced fruits, and pumpkin seed butter. As tough as it is, I try to sit down and eat. This is hard, as it's very common in my profession to stand while you're eating. But I have found that taking the time helps me to be in the moment and truly appreciate the beautiful food that's in front of me. Now, if I have the courage, and especially if I've had a good workout, I will take what I call an intermittent shower, where I switch back from hot to cold water in 30-second intervals. Woo! Woo! This is truly invigorating and gives you a ton of energy. When I have time, I'll make lunch for me and Ryan. I try to eat really healthy, and I find that prepping your own lunch is vital for setting the tone for healthy decisions throughout the day. I'm going to be making a typical healthy lunch that I love to make. Roasted sweet potatoes with pulled pork and an arugula pesto salad on top. So I've got, in this pan, I've got some pulled pork. And one thing I love to do when I don't feel like cooking is I will buy this smoked pulled pork. It's from Neiman Ranch, and I get it at Whole Foods, no antibiotics. It's really, really good flavor. And then to heat it up, I use a little bit of, this is garlic stock. I always have some stock on hand. I hate wasting food, so any like vegetable scraps I have lying around, I'll make a stock. This is garlic stock that I've made with the skins of some garlic. And this just is gonna prevent the pork from drying out. So I'm gonna heat this up, and then over here, I have some roasted sweet potatoes I roasted off earlier. And I'm gonna open these up and I'll flatten them just a little bit so there's room for the pork. And I have some pesto sauce that I've made from our herbs in our garden. I love making pesto. I make it like once a week. It's such a versatile sauce. It's good on everything. And I'm gonna start by just drizzling a little bit of that on top of my potato. And then I have my pork that is heated through now. So I've got my pork on there now. I'm gonna make a quick salad to go on top. So I'm gonna add some more of this pesto into a bowl. And this is baby organic arugula. A little bit of that. And then I've got some toasted sunflower seeds for some crunch. And some fresh lemon juice. And then I'm just gonna add some more herbs. I have some fresh herbs here. So I have a little bit of basil and some cilantro. I'm gonna add that in. And some fresh sea salt. And just mix that in. A little bit more. This is going to be the topping for our potatoes. So just right on top of that pork. This one. And we're going to eat these later, so I'm going to put Ryan's on a plate. I'm gonna put his on a plate and just wrap it in plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator so he can eat that later. And then for mine, I'm going to take mine to work. So I'm gonna put this in a Tupperware. This day. So put mine in a Tupperware. And I'm just gonna close it up. Put it in a cooler, and then I've got a fresh, healthy lunch that I can eat while I'm at work. Then I pack up my stuff, say bye to my boys, and I'm out the door. I get in my car, put on a good tune, and head to work. And I just feel good because I've already accomplished so much. I've tackled my most important task, I've nourished my body, got some exercise, so that if I do have a really hectic day, I won't feel guilty if I want to come home and just plop on the couch. These are the steps I take to feel the most productive and best advantage of the morning. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. Also, I'd love to hear about your morning routine. See y'all later, and thanks for watching.